Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Ministry of Tourism's special interview program, Tourism One-on-One, where we explore topical issues affecting the tourism sector as we tackle the COVID-19 pandemic. I'm Kingsley Roberts, your host, and with me today is Executive Director of the Tourism Enhancement Fund, Dr. Kerry Wallace. Good day, Dr. Wallace.
Hi, Kingsley.
Today we continue our discussion on the support being provided by the Tourism Enhancement Fund, TEF, to industry stakeholders during the COVID-19 pandemic. Dr. Wallace, how has TEF been assisting the tourism workers?
Well, we've assisted them in several ways. In particular, we've made a presentation on the tourism task force to the Ministry of Finance to have the set cash and the best cash, which benefited them from a financial standpoint. Mm-hmm. One of the things that TEF did directly was that we invested in online training. We had our JCTI program that has the mandate to train and certify our tourism workers so that they are more equipped and more skilled and have the right qualifications to get the top positions in the tourism sector. We were doing a lot of that in person before the virus. With the virus, we had decided to invest in going online. So we created a learning management system online that we could then deliver the courses online, which was very helpful to the tourism workers who were now staying at home. Yeah. So we had a registration of over 10,000 persons, tourism workers, on the LMS platform, the Learning Management System platform. And we ended up training and certifying over 5,000 of them during the period. So we were able to provide those services free of charge to the tourism workers as well. So all wasn't lost. While they were at home during the sabbatical, they were able to still upskill themselves and get certified, because we would have partnered with our international accreditation bodies, the American Hotel and Educational Institute, and the American Culinary Federation, and also local accreditation agencies, the UWI, the HART, NTA, and we would then administer those courses, and they would actually get certifications at the end of it, pieces of paper that they can use for job opportunities in the future, for them to get a promotion, and certainly to showcase that they are skilled and qualified to get the positions, the right positions in the tourism industry. Mm-hmm. So we were proud of that effort that we did. It was a positive outcome from COVID, because before COVID, a lot of these tourism workers would just not have had the time to actually do the courses and to get certified. With COVID, they had more time on their hands, and that's why we pounced on it and took advantage to deliver those courses. So it was 11 courses that we did, and added to the repertoire of what our skill set in Jamaica would now be certified. And so Jamaica, the tourism destination, would just be better off because our human resource would just be more skilled because of that intervention.
So you've been assisting various groups. What has the feedback been like from tourism interests regarding the assistance provided by TEF?
They're very appreciative. I believe not just TEF, but TPDCO, all our agencies, I believe the way we bonded together with our stakeholders to ensure that tourism as an industry that was at high risk with a pandemic such as COVID, where it's contagious, the more people mix and travel from different parts of the world, the more risky it is. I think we did extremely well to provide support to the sector, to lend our expertise to the sector as well, so that our response could be one of the best in the world. Other countries were copying what Jamaica was doing because of how we handled the pandemic. And I believe that kudos to our Minister Ed Bartlett for leading that charge, and our team really responded well. And I think that our stakeholders were very appreciative. I mean, obviously there are other things that we could have done, and in hindsight we should have done differently and so on, but that's just, it's a pandemic that we've never experienced before. But so overall, I believe we did exceedingly well.
Okay, so how has the pandemic impacted TEF projects overall, your usual projects?
Right, well, we had to pivot in quite a few cases. We had to take on new projects because of COVID in response, naturally. I mean, our mandate is to enhance Destination Jamaica. And if it was threatened, like it was never threatened before, to collapse because of this virus, we had to respond, to contain, to mitigate, to respond so that we can recover as soon as possible. And so the TEF would have moved some of its funding or its commitments from other projects to COVID responses. There were about 300 and something million that we end up spending on emergency COVID response projects overall. Still, we managed to keep our construction projects, our infrastructure projects ongoing.
So your major infrastructure projects were kept
on stream, primarily because it kept the economy turning. It wasn't risky from a COVID standpoint because on a construction site and so on, people can social distance and still get the work done. So we kept those projects going, but there are some of them that we had to pivot and do and redirect those funds towards COVID responses. Still, we also pivoted in terms of events that we would have done in person. We did them online. So Christmas in July, for instance, which was 100% in-person activity, we did a hybrid this year where we still had our artists and our craft experts present at the Pegasus, but it was captured on film and then displayed to an overseas audience.
So the 2020 staging would have been a blended kind of event. Is that the approach you're thinking of this year?
We're going to do a few more. The Blue Mountain Coffee Festival, we're going to do like that as well. There are some that you can do. There are some that are going to be a little bit more difficult. It's hard to have carnival in Jamaica, for instance. Social distancing. It's hard to imagine a road march where everybody's social distancing. But I mean, I'm hoping the entertainment sector can come up with a plan. I mean, more than anything else, I hope that the vaccinations roll out very quickly, and then that will then lead to the end of the virus, and we can all get back to normalcy. But in the interim, I mean, I wish well for the entertainment sector to see how they can have a rebound of entertainment with COVID.
All right. So what are some of the main initiatives that TEF will be undertaking in 2021 in light of the pandemic?
Well, we, in each stage and each phase of the response to the pandemic, when it was approaching, we tried to ward it off. So we invested there. When it came into the country, we helped to protect our people. We invested there. Now that we're getting to the stage of vaccinations, we are standing ready to be able to lend support to getting all our sector and our people vaccinated, and through that phase, and hopefully that will be the end of it. After that, we're back to making money from tourism again, you know?
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, Dr. Wallace. That brings us to the end of our program. Thank you for joining us today, Dr. Wallace, and we look forward to having you back on set soon.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Thanks to our viewers for joining us. So take care and see you soon.